Have you ever looked at a phone case, or a plain mug, or even a plain tumbler, maybe even a bare piece of wood, a piece of metal, or a canvas that has nothing on it, and thought, what can I do to jazz this up?
Do you want to create truly unique gifts? I'm talking personalized gear or standout products for your small business.
Sure, you could put stickers, vinyl, or you can even sublimate on these things. But what if you could print vibrant, durable, full color designs directly onto almost anything, right from your smartphone? Introducing the EufyMake UV Printer E1.
Look, this isn't just another inkjet printer. This is a revolution in personal creation. It's the world's first consumer-grade, eco-friendly UV printer designed to bring your imagination to life. Before EufyMake, UV printers took up a whole room and cost upwards of $30,000.
Eufy made UV printers smaller, better, and so much more affordable. Forget limitations. The EufyMake E1 prints stunning, high-resolution designs on a massive range of materials.
We're talking wood, metal, glass, acrylic, leather ceramics, even phone cases, tumblers, golf balls, keychains, or three-dimensional objects up to 100 millimeters thick. For us Americans, that's just under 4 inches.
But what about other materials? No worries. EufyMake can do DTF transfers using the UV printer and the optional lamination machine. And the EufyMaker handles more than just flat surfaces.
Thanks to the EufyMake Rotary module, you can personalize curved items and achieve full 360-degree prints on cylindrical objects like bottles and tumblers.
And the design of the Rotary module is so clever. It not only auto measures, but it auto levels your tumbler. I think that's a first in the industry. What truly sets the Eufy apart is its commitment to safety and sustainability.
Worried it might be complicated? Well, think again. The EufyMake E1 is designed for everyone. I can even use this thing. With user-friendly software and their proprietary Color Maestro RIP, that's raster image processor software, which is usually very complicated. And in other machines, it costs thousands of dollars for a license, but it's included free with your EufyMake. So you'll be creating amazing and vibrant full-color prints on light and dark surfaces in minutes. The software even features AI tools like one-click background removal and image enhancement.
This printer is so incredibly easy to set up and use that even Fresh can use it.
Dude!
And yes, you heard him right. You can print on dark surfaces. How? Well, EufyMake uses CMYK ink that's cyan, magenta, yellow, and key. Key is really black, but they call it K for some reason. Plus, there's white ink that allows you to print an underlying color in white. This is what actually makes your colors bright and pop. And there's one more cartridge labeled G for glossy. This creates a very cool, shiny varnish or transparent texture effect on your printed designs. Eufy really has thought of everything, but that's not all.
This is something really impressive. It just kind of blew my mind about this thing. For the first time ever, the built-in generative AI tool allows you to create three-dimensional texture prints with depth information extruded from a basic any two-dimensional image.
That's right.
And that is some serious futuristic magic. It actually builds height up to 5 millimeters, again for our American friends, 1/5 of an inch, which is a lot, using the ink for a true three-dimensional look and feel. It's actually pretty wild.
It is wild. Your prints won't just look amazing, they'll last. The UV cured ink creates vibrant, scratch-resistant, water-resistant, and fade-resistant finishes. This is perfect for items used every single day. Now, they say don't run the UV printed mugs or tumblers through the dishwasher, but we did, and they still look great.
Okay, the elephant in the room. UV printers usually need a lot of maintenance. It's really what stopped us from buying one in the first place. If you don't run them every day, the ink can coagulate and clog the print heads, and that's an ugly and expensive repair. That's right. Really, that was the main reason we held off on buying one. But Eufy solved that problem too. The EufyMake UV Printer self-cleans.
They use something called Jet Clean to automatically flush and extract ink when you're not using the printer to avoid all of these problems. But Jet Clean doesn't just flush the print heads, it goes a step further. The process actually injects cleaning and moisturizing fluids to reduce printhead corrosion. This helps to keep your UV printer working perfectly for a long time to come. Now that's genius.
Worried about safety? Look, don't worry, safety is built in. The UV light shield protects your eyes, and the machine automatically stops if the cover is opened during printing. If the cover needs to be opened for larger projects, protective goggles are included. So start making.
Transform everyday projects into masterpieces. Personalize your craft projects. Launch that custom product line you've always dreamed about. The possibilities are endless. Bring your vision to life with vibrant color and incredible detail, safely and easily.
Discover the EufyMake UV Printer E1. Learn more and see it in action for yourself at EufyMake.com. That's EufyMake.com. The link's in the description below.